Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Beyond Breakfast and Rav Dessler. We're middle of Geula and Galut. Galut and Geula. Just remember that the word Galut comes with Galui. Geula also, same idea. This is the purpose of exile is for a revelation. It's there to help us get clarity. It's there to help us, as we're learning right now from Rav Dessler, that it's there, it's not accidental. The idea of Galut, the idea of exile, is really to get us to a place where we can undo something that is wrong. Galut only comes from sin. Exile is a response to our lackings, our inability to bring forward our potential, and in that space, we create a reality that destables ourselves, and we are pushed out into a world where we have to fend for ourselves, work harder, and so on and so forth. We spoke about the idea that the patriarchs, the avot, were the first individuals to, on an individual level, be metaken, to fix the sin of Adam Rishon, and then later onto the Shvatim, to the tribes, and then later into Am Yisrael as a whole. But Bnei Israel, even though they were in Egypt, that was their first attempt at unifying and bringing the world together before the Chet HaEgel, before the golden calf. They were pretty good at kind of like maintaining their identity, keeping their language, keeping their dress, and so on and so forth. They were faithful to their spiritual ideas, but very, very high spiritual aspirations. So that's what we're picking up today. Rav Dessler says as follows. He says that after witnessing the miracles of the Yetziat Mitzrayim, of the Exodus, and meriting redemption, the Jewish people began to continuous spiritual ascent over the course of 50 days, leading them to the giving of the Torah, which was the rectification of the sin of Adam Harishon. This time, not as individuals, but as a nation, a collective 600,000 unified souls. The 600,000 souls is the prototype of all souls alive. And that is the number of Jewish men that were around in the Midbar. And the Shishim Ribui, they were able to rectify the sin of Adam Harishon. And he quotes here Rashi that says, and Israel camped there opposite the mountain of Vayichin Sham Ha'am. As one, they reached this level of unity. And the Gemara says over there, at that moment, the Yetzer Hara, the evil inclination, was removed from their hearts, and impurity of the primordial snake ceased from them. That's Gemara in Shabbat 146a. Had they entered the land of Israel at that level, the level of pre-Adam, which corresponds to the level of Gan Eden, they would have immediately merited the very same spiritual revelation that the Messiah will one day, Bezrat Hashem, bring soon. It would have happened then. But since they sinned with the golden calf, they lost that lofty level and were forced to descend from Eden, right? The word Eden shares the same numerical value with Edim, testimonies or witnesses. Nevertheless, they merited receiving the second tablets, through which they could once again ascend toward the ultimate spiritual perfection. A different and longer process, but certainly a higher spiritual perfection. Okay, so we're still trying to unpack that. We're still trying to do that right now. When they entered into the land of Israel, they still possessed prophecy and open divine miracles, as at the times of the first Beit Mikdash. Yesterday was Shiva Asar Tammuz, and the first temple era was miracles. You would have seen it, blown away, 100% knowledge there's a God, no questions asked. But they made certain mistakes. They made a mistake in their dealings with the Gibeonites. They failed to destroy the Philistines. They left other nations in the land contrary to the divine command. And they were later drawn to the idolatry of these nations. Those missteps led to cycles of exile and oppression, where foreign nations would overpower them from time to time. Whenever we are being overpowered by foreign nations, that is not just a punishment. It is a heavenly message meant to wake us up and give them a new opportunity to rise again toward that original perfection. Now, this is what our Chachamim said when they said, no suffering comes upon Israel that does not contain some repayment for the sin of the golden calf. Rashi says, on the day I make account, I will bring this sin to account. Every punishment contains within it a chance, an opportunity to reclaim the level of Eden like perfection that was lost because of the sin of the golden calf. That's what we have every single moment. Every single moment we're choosing between doing what is right and what is not so right. what it is that you and I are meant to be achieving and accomplishing, versus just kind of lingering and letting things happen. That's not what Hashem wants. So the destruction of the first Beit Mikdash and the beginning of the Babylonian exile, which is, again, this is the 3 weeks we're in right now. And in light of everything we've explained above, we can now understand the essential difference between the Galut of Bavel and the Roman exile. The first temple, first Beit Mikdash, was destroyed due to the 3 cardinal sins, right? To the 3 Gimel Chamorim, right? Avodah Zarah, Gimel Chasadim, and Shvichat Damim, okay? Idolatry, sexual immorality, and bloodshed. At the root of all of those sins was tava, lust and desire. The Gemara in Sanhedrin says that the Jewish people did not serve idolatry except in order to permit themselves forbidden sexual relationships. Meaning the only reason why they did the things they did is because they were trying to satiate their sensual desire. Their desire for idolatry was not philosophical. They just wanted to have a good time. It was meant to justify and indulge their illicit passions and violent impulses. For instance, some use their violence to eliminate those who try to rebuke them publicly. So for the sake of Avodah Zarah, I'll do all kinds of things. So this is why they did it. This is what brought about the destruction of the first Beit Mikdash. And it's terrifying, because Hashem has been consistent through and through. And while today, in 2025, we're living at a time where we're seeing, God forbid, this new threat to the Jewish community. Someone who is going to move into New York and begin a socialization process of socialism and communism to destroy the city, to destroy the Jews of this community. He's not saying it explicitly, but everyone knows what his intentions are. You have to be blind not to know what his intentions are. That's just a wake-up call for us. It doesn't have to happen. Are we willing to wake up? Are we still being driven by our passions, our violent impulses for pleasure? Or are we waking up and saying, no, I gotta take responsibility. I have to grow, I have to develop myself. I can't remain status quo. Another reason he says that the reason why they were exiled is because of the Shemitah. He says, then the land will make up for its Shabbat all the days it lays desolate when you are in the land of your enemies. That's a pasuk in Vayikra. And the Chachamim explain that the 70 years of Bavel in the exile correspond to the 70 Shemitah years that were not properly observed in Israel. Hashem gives us the mitzvot, and all we're meant to do was to follow them so that we could elevate ourselves, so we can make this world a better, greater place and bring Mashiach. And we keep failing because we keep not truly believing in the things that the Torah is asking us to believe in. But when you look at a deeper, when we kind of like dial in, we find that this sin is actually the root cause of the 3 cardinal sins. Shemitah, the Sabbath of the land, represents the holiness embedded within the natural world, just as Shabbat sanctifies the 6 days of creation. By neglecting Shemitah, the people rejected the Kedusha of the physical world, the rejection of the sanctification of the physical world. They separated spiritually from the realm of action, implying that material life stands apart from God. Without holiness in the material world, no spiritual ascent is possible. Worse, such a void creates a vacuum, allowing the impurity and desire to dominate, ultimately leading to the 3 severe sins mentioned earlier, Gili Arayot, Avodah Zarah, Shvichat Damim. How do we get there? Well, it starts slow, a slow erosion of basic human decency. And the truth is, I feel like we're getting there. I think like today in America, we're at a point where so much of those niceties, the pleasantries, the moral fiber of America has been weakened. And therefore, when they become so weak, the next stage, my friends, is exile. Unfortunately, exile as a form of correction. Therefore, Rav Dessler says, once their measure of sin was full, the Jewish people were handed over to Babylon, a kingdom whose defining trait was also desire and indulgence. Remember that the test that you find yourself in is part of the rectification. The temple was destroyed by Babylon, and the Jews were exiled for 70 years. The exile was not simply a punishment, but a difficult spiritual test. To be removed from the Holy Land, to live under the influence of a nation steeped in the same sin they themselves failed. You could see it sometimes when you're outside of your land, because you don't have the freedom to choose anymore. Only through struggling against this environment and resisting the surrounding temptation Could the Jewish people be refined and eventually rectify the sin at its root? B'ezrat Hashem, tomorrow we'll talk about the spiritual decline and the destruction of the second Beit HaMikdash. Have an amazing day, everybody.